The aggressively priced Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R has completely shattered the traditional financial barrier to owning a truly legendary championship-winning superbike. We are talking about 203 horsepower, Brembo M50 monoblock brakes, and advanced Showa suspension, all stuffed into a chassis built to dominate. But what actually breaks the market is the price. At roughly 16.15 to 18.5 lakhs ex-showroom, it undercuts its European rivals by a massive 10 lakh rupees. Take a close look at its direct European competitor, the highly capable BMW S1000RR. With the Kawasaki, you get nearly identical track performance, but keep the cost of an entire second motorcycle in your bank account. Because of that accessible price, buyers make a dangerous assumption. They look at this track weapon and think they can buy it to casually cruise on the weekends or even commute to work. So the question you must answer is this: is saving 10 lakhs worth the physical toll of riding a homologated track missile through rush hour traffic? The sheer affordability of the ZX-10R creates a severe mismatch between what people think they are buying and the harsh reality of its engineering. To understand that harsh reality, we need to look at the bike's physical geometry. Kawasaki raised the footpegs by 5 mm, pushed the clip-on handlebars forward by 10 mm, and set the seat height at a steep 835 mm. This geometry forces your body into an extreme tuck, unlike a standard street bike. Without high-speed wind pressure to support you, you bear your entire body weight on your wrists and lower back, accumulating painful pressure over every minute of a slow commute. Add to that a notoriously wide turning radius. Simply taking a U-turn requires awkwardly pinning your arms against the fuel tank. Now, place that stiff, folded body position into this environment. Crawling behind auto rickshaws and buses at 10 kilometers an hour is physical torture. The inline-4 engine is tuned to scream at the top of the rev range, offering very little comfort for low-speed city cruising. You will be constantly modulating a heavy clutch to keep the bike moving. Meanwhile, the engine will generate massive amounts of heat, baking your legs at every red light. The engine output is legendary, but using it to commute weaponizes its track-focused design against your own physical comfort. There is a place where this punishing engineering finally makes perfect sense: the racing circuit. This is the ZX-10R in its natural habitat, doing exactly what it was designed to do. The bike runs on Showa balance-free front forks, complete with external compression chambers. This highly complex setup gives professional racers the ability to make minute adjustments to preload, rebound, and damping to match specific track layouts. But on the street, that translates to a stiff baseline setup that transfers every pothole, bump, and crack in the road directly into your spine. The same strict track focus applies to the aerodynamics, specifically the integrated wing widths built into the front cowl and the ram air intake. These features generate 17% more downforce and feed the engine an extra 10 horsepower. But those benefits only activate at triple-digit speeds. They offer zero functional advantage when filtering through traffic. Finally, we look at the electronics suite, controlled through a TFT display. It handles multiple riding modes and the cornering ABS. While these systems will intervene to manage wheel slip and traction, they create a dangerous illusion for beginners. A computer cannot overcome physics if you make a massive mistake with the throttle. The ZX-10R's advanced technology is a surgical toolset designed for professionals trying to shave seconds off lap times. It is not a safety blanket for amateurs on public roads. Even if you accept the physical demands, you have to face the financial reality of ownership after you leave the showroom. The bike does have a major logistical advantage. Kawasaki's vast service network in India means getting parts and mechanics is far easier than with exotic European brands. However, easier access does not mean cheap. The maintenance remains strictly leader-class expensive. You must run purely 95 octane fuel and frequently replace sticky, expensive Bridgestone rear tires. This chart shows the true financial picture over time. When you combine the base price with 5 years of running costs, factoring in fuel, tires, and service, the initial 10 lakh price advantage begins to narrow against competitors like the BMW. The initial buy-in might be cheaper, but the aggressive operating costs ensure this machine remains a serious, ongoing financial commitment. The ZX-10R successfully lowers the financial barrier to superbike ownership, but it demands total physical compromise in exchange. This chart shows exactly where this machine belongs. We map your experience level against where you actually ride. As you can see, the ZX-10R plots firmly in the extreme top right quadrant. It requires high skill and it demands the track. The ideal buyer for this motorcycle is an experienced rider upgrading from a 600cc sport bike who carves canyons on the weekends and frequently attends track days. If you are a complete beginner hoping the electronic aids will keep you safe while you learn, avoid this bike. Likewise, if you are looking for a fast, practical commuter that you can ride to work comfortably every day, you need to look elsewhere. For that street-focused rider, a naked bike like the Kawasaki Z900 offers massive capability and aggression, but with ergonomics that won't ruin your back. The ZX-10R is a highly specialized track instrument. Buying it for a daily commute is like using a scalpel to chop firewood. It might work, but it will be a painful,